What's up guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the best $1 skins for every weapon in CS2. I'll be providing one or two options for each skin, as well as every item on today's list will come in at exactly $1 or less on the Steam market. You can pick them up for even cheaper on third-party sites. Starting off with the pistols, for the Glock 18, the first budget option we have here is the High Beam in factory new condition. This skin comes in at only 29 cents. It's a nice light blue with a bit of white throughout the skin, definitely a great pickup. The other choice we have for the Glock 18 is the clear polymer. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 76 cents. I like the unique design to this weapon having the bullets in the magazine. However, when you shot the weapon, I wish they did go away. Jumping over to the USPS, the first option we have here is the PC GRN. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 23 cents. I like the simple design of the green on this weapon. The black and green definitely complement each other very well. The other choice you have for the USPS is the Ticket to Hell. In field tested condition, this comes in at only 40 cents. The simple black and white design to this weapon definitely stands out, and it looks like an off-white shirt from back in the day. Jumping over to the Tech 9, the first budget option we have here is the Citric Acid. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 47 cents. The yellow and green definitely stand out on this weapon compared to a lot more dull green weapons. Another skin that I would recommend for the Tech 9 is the Blue Blast. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 8 cents. It is one of the newer skins added to CS2, and I definitely think this is a great budget choice. Moving over to the P250, the first option we have here is the Cassette in factory new condition. This comes in at only 34 cents. It's an all gray and black skin with a tiny bit of color going throughout the top of the weapon, which definitely complements the skin very well. The other option we have for the P250 and my favorite choice out of the two, this is the Plum Netting in minimal wear condition, coming in at only 7 cents. This is also a pattern-based skin, so there are a few different patterns you can pick up. Moving over to the dual Berettas, we only have one option that we would recommend. This is the Polished Malachite in minimal wear condition, coming in at only 64 cents. This is probably one of my favorite weapons on today's entire list. The first of two options you have for the 5.7, this is the Flame Test in factory new condition, coming in at only 46 cents. The small purple accent to the top of the weapon definitely looks very nice, and it does have a nice sparkle design to the top of the slider. The other choice we have for the 5.7 is the Sky Blue. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 49 cents. Just like the Blue Blast, this is one of the newer skins added to CS2. Jumping over to the Desert Eagle, the first budget choice you have here is the Serpent Strike. In field tested condition, this comes in at only 46 cents. Even in field tested, there isn't a lot of wear that can be seen, and it is another pattern-based skin. The other option we have for the Desert Eagle is the Tilted in minimal wear condition. This comes in at exactly $1, and it's one of my favorite budget Deagle skins in all of CS2. Jumping over to the SMGs, starting off with the MP9, we're going to be picking up the Buff Blue in factory new condition, coming in at only 30 cents. For the UMP 45, we're going to be picking up the Moonrise in minimal wear condition, coming in at 89 cents. Once again, this is a pattern-based skin, just like a lot of skins on today's list. You can get some without a moon. However, even in minimal wear, there is a lot of scratches that you can see, so try to pick one up closer to factory new. Moving over to the Mac 10, the first of two options here is the Calf skin. In factory new condition, this comes in at 30 cents. It has the same color design to a Louis Vuitton bag, and I definitely think this looks super subtle. The other skin that I would recommend for the Mac 10 is the Acid Hex. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at only 61 cents. I've personally never seen this before in CS2. However, when I was looking for some budget options, this one really stood out as a great choice. Moving over to the primary weapons, starting off with the Galil, we're going to be picking up the O Ranger in factory new condition, coming in at 59 cents. I like the bronze and orange design to this skin. Another great budget option for the Galil is the Firefight in field tested condition, coming in at 49 cents. Taking a look at the FAMAS, we only have one option here, and it was a difficult weapon to find some skins for under $1. They all look pretty bad. However, this is the best one that I did find. This is the half sleeve in factory new condition, coming in at 54 cents. Moving over to the M4A4, the first budget option we have here is the Magnesium in field tested condition. This comes in at only 46 cents. I like the carbon fiber design to the skin as well as the flame throughout the center. It is a little scratched up, however it still looks pretty good. The other choice you have for the M4A4 is the Turbine in field tested condition. This comes in at only 89 cents. There isn't a lot of wear shown in field tested, and it has a nice design when you do shoot the weapon. For the M4A1S, the first skin that I would recommend picking up is the Night Terror in field tested condition. This comes in at only 58 cents. It has a subtle purple design to the skin, and just like the clear polymer at the start of the video, you can see the bullets in the magazine. The other option we have for the M4A1S is the Enforcer-S in field tested condition. This comes in at 53 cents. Moving over to the AK-47 and the most difficult weapon on today's entire list, this is the Olive Polycam in factory new condition, coming in at 80 cents. Even in factory new, it is extremely scratched up, and I personally don't like this skin. However, there aren't very many options for the AK-47. The only other skin I would recommend for the AK-47 is the Uncharted in minimal wear condition. This comes in at 83 cents. Out of the two options, I personally would pick this up as I do like the wood design to this weapon. Taking a look at the Scout, the only skin that I would recommend picking up is the Memorial in minimal wear condition. This comes in at 14 cents. I've said it in a few of my videos before, this is definitely a great budget option. The first of two options we have for the AWP, this is the Acheron in field tested condition, coming in at 52 cents. The subtle red throughout the skin definitely adds a nice effect to the weapon. The other option we have for the AWP is the Capillary in minimal wear condition. This comes in at exactly $1. It is another great budget choice. It has some subtle colors going throughout the weapon, and I definitely think this is a great budget item for under $1. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this $1 budget skins video and found some new items you can add to your inventory even if you're on a lower budget. Simply sell some of your weekly drops to pick up a lot of these items on today's list. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking it and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.